Hello everyone, welcome back to another new video. Today, I will be showing you another brilliant chess puzzle involving a queen sacrifice and a quiet move that I have composed on my own. In the following position, white is down a rook and a knight, so it is clear that an attack on the enemy king is the only way for white to play in this position. If white tries to open up the long diagonal with pawn to d5, black can just defend the f6 square with knight to g8, and after g5, knight to f5 simply defends everything around black's king. This seems to be white's best approach in this completely lost position, but it turns out white can actually win the game with the brilliant queen sacrifice queen takes f6 check. This move forces black's king to come out into the open, as king to g8 allows pawn to d5, and black cannot block the long diagonal or defend g7 and h8 at the same time. And king to h6 allows pawn to g5 check, and after king to h5, white can play queen to f4, threatening queen to h4 checkmate, and if black defends with knight to f5, queen to g4 is mate. After king takes f6, white can play d5 check, unleashing a discovered check on the long diagonal with his bishop, and now the only move for black is to play the move king to g5. Now it is clear that after pawn to h4 check, king to h6, pawn to g5 check, king to h5, white can resign, as knight to f4 check allows king takes h4, and white has two little pieces to checkmate black's king. But by playing the quiet move bishop to g7 first, white cuts off both retreat squares from black's king, and now it's threatening two checkmates at once with f4 and h4. Since black can only defend one checkmate at a time, it seems that white has won the game, but black still has a defense with bishop takes g4, breaking white's mating net by sacrificing his bishop. Now, taking the bishop means that white is no longer threatening mating 1, giving black time to bring his pieces into the defense, and if white plays pawn to f4 check, black's king can hide on h5 safely, as rook to e5 is just met by a piece blocking on f5, and taking the bishop allows black's king to escape again. However, white can check using the other pawn with h4 check, and since king to f5 is met by rook to e5 checkmate, black must play king to h5. Again, pawn takes bishop check allows king takes g4, and white just has not enough pieces left to checkmate black's king. But with the pawn on f3, white can play knight to f4 check, and after the only move king takes h4, everything still seems hopeless for white, as bishop to f6 is met by the blocking move pawn to g5. But now the entire key moment of this puzzle is revealed. White can play the thunderous clap on black's king with the move rook to g1, threatening rook takes g4 checkmate, and remarkably, none of black's 7 pieces can defend the bishop. Since the king has nowhere to go and the g-pawn is pinned, the only way black can defend against the threat of rook takes g4 checkmate is pawn to h5. But this blocks the h5 square, allowing the backward move knight to g2 checkmate. Otherwise, if black moves his bishop anywhere, the g-file is now opened, and white can finish the game with bishop takes g5 checkmate. If you want to see more brilliant chess puzzles, be sure to like and subscribe for more. I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.